Temu has challenged us to buy as many items as we can with 150 euros. In this case, I've received a bunch of items that I have right down here, and we're going to open them and I'll show you everything so you can see all that I was able to buy on their website for about 150 euros. For all of you who don't know what Temu is, it's an online website where you can buy a ton of different types of items. Like, for example, fashion, technology, cleaning products, home accessories, car accessories, well, tools. Everything you want, you'll find it on Temu. At a super low price, because you'll always find deals, discounted items, and more. As proof of that, everything I'm going to show you in this video, just so you get an idea, 150 euros was enough for me to buy about 20, 25, or even 30 items. Some of them are a surprise because Temu also sent them to us as a gift, so without further delay, let's get started. Let's take it slow but steady. Let's begin. Here we have something that looks like a bag. Let's see what it is. Many of the things I'll show in this video weren't just chosen by me, I also got advice from my family, so there are little things and gifts for everyone. This is a bag, and I think I already know what it is. This is an organizer for everything. If you have drawers to organize and so on, for example, to store winter clothes, you have this little bag that's made of fabric. It has a zipper here. You can put whatever you want inside. It's pretty big. I think I remember they had several sizes, and through this plastic window you can see everything you've put inside. Another thing I ordered for myself is an LED light for the wardrobe. Basically, I think we don't have anything else here. It's an LED strip that comes with 2 stickers, and you have to charge it using the USB-C port on this side. It also has a motion sensor. This way, we're gonna put it in the closet, and every time we open it and motion is detected, the light will turn on, lighting up the whole closet. Honestly, it's pretty useful. I wanted to have this because you can never find things in the closet since it's always dark. Speaking of cleaning, like I said for the car, here we have a cleaner that I've also wanted to have for a while. It's a device that basically lets us attach this handle here, and on the end, we have to put one of the cloths it comes with. For example, this one. And this way, what do we achieve? Well, for example, in my car, it's very difficult to clean the front windshield because it's pretty narrow right where it ends. So with this tool, what we can do is reach all those hard to access areas and scrub to clean the windows. It comes with 2 microfiber wipes, so that's pretty good. I really wanted to have one of these to fully clean my car. Speaking of cleaning, I see something here that I found super cheap and that you always need at home, which are some scouring pads. So here we have 2, 4, 6, about 12 scouring pads, and I remember they were pretty cheap, around €1 I'd say, or 80 cents or something like that. I don't know, it's a very cheap thing and it's always useful to have at home. Then a phone holder for when we're in bed. This is basically a holder, but I'm not exactly sure how it works. Okay, we have to loosen this screw here. We would attach this like a clamp to the bed, and then with this cord, which is pretty stiff, we would put the phone in this holder and we could watch movies. Typically, when we're lying down, for example, it's hard to hold the phone above our head. Well, we can attach this to the side of the bed and watch our favorite series on the phone. It's not something I'm gonna use every day, of course, because as you know, I also have a projector in my room now, but it's true that it's pretty useful and I can also lend it to a family member, so it's perfect for me. Next, for my sister, we have 2 LED bulbs that aren't just regular LED bulbs. You'll see that they're the typical bulbs you put on top of a sideboard and they light up the whole room in one color. They have this spherical shape. Let me see if I can take it out. They have this spherical shape that projects certain patterns and colors onto the walls of the room. In fact, I see that I think it has several filters here. Yes, here it has a color filter that I think we can change to give different color tones to the room, just like that one. We have this other model that would be more like disco lights. In this case, it's a ball that I think moves around and creates a crystal-like effect with lights all over our room. Honestly, these little gadgets are pretty simple. They're powered by USB, like a phone charger. My sister wanted them to add some light to her room, and now they're here. I haven't mentioned it, but they come with their own remotes. Over here we have a surprise item. Let's see what it is. What's in here? Okay, now I know what it is, but there's been a problem here. Yes, there's definitely been a problem here. It's a toolbox that comes with a universal screwdriver. Basically, it's like an attachment where we can insert whichever screwdriver bits we want. However, there's a problem because this back plate shifted. All the bits came loose, but it's just a matter of putting them back. We'll have a complete kit for removing phone screens, including suction cups and the usual SIM card slot pin. A really complete toolkit with picks as well and a magnetizer. Well, we have all kinds of bits to open electronic devices, and this is if we're feeling a little mischievous. So it's pretty cool, but well, it came a bit messed up, so we'll have to fix it. Here we also have a surprise because I don't remember ordering this. Look, this is a manicure set. The thing is, you can also see that during shipping it was handled a bit roughly and some things arrived a little out of place. But we have a kit that has tweezers, nail clippers, and some little blades that honestly I don't know what they're for, but I'm sure they have plenty of uses. Some scissors, some tweezers. We've got a bit of everything in this case. I'll see if I can close it properly. Here we have a little jar that, if I'm not mistaken, my mother ordered. It's a pretty simple little jar. I think this doesn't have, I think this can even spin. On the table where we put it, it can spin. And this is for putting pencils, brushes, and things like that for makeup. That's it, pretty simple, very basic. It's just a plastic jar with 3 dividers. I remember I ordered this one. It's a backpack for carrying cables, chargers, flash drives, and cards. And well, even a small camera can fit in here. So I really wanted to have this. It's useful and very handy for when I take the camera places. Well, it's nice to have a small case to organize everything. Some baking stuff. Here we have a whisk that I think is for making desserts. And especially if you want to make a good coffee, you can froth the milk and things like that. I think this is a milk frother. Alright, but it comes without a battery, so we'll have to put some batteries in here, that's right, to try it out. This was definitely ordered by my sister, because she's the one who likes to cook indoors. Continuing with baking stuff, there was something we still needed at home, which was an electronic scale. So I see that it's arrived here. Actually, I think it runs on a battery. Let's see, let's open it. Okay, no, it runs on batteries. Although it can also be powered with a USB port. That's actually pretty good. It's a scale, so let's take off the packaging. Honestly, it's really cool. So it comes pretty clean because with that plastic it had, it's hard for it to get dirty. Well, actually, yes, it has a battery. It has a battery and I guess also batteries because it turned on without me doing anything. Let's see if I can turn it off. Okay, so it has a battery, although you can also put in batteries. But I don't understand why, if it already has a battery. I think that's it for the kitchen stuff. This is to make some ice cubes if I'm not mistaken. In a kind of circular spherical way, sorry. This is to make, I think, ice cubes in a spherical shape. We pour the water in here, put it in the freezer, and that's it. For my sister too, another case. I really don't know what this is for, although it also looks like it's for something electronic, because it comes with a couple of pockets where we can put things. Chargers, cables, and other stuff for when we travel. Honestly, it's pretty good. It has a couple of sections, 2 separate pockets, with a zipper, and it's pretty small and quite convenient. Little things for the car. Something that's gonna be very useful for my mom, because she always puts her phone anywhere when she's driving. It ends up falling, and so on. And now that she has a new phone, well, this is a clip to put the phone in the car, so you can attach it to the dashboard. I'm not exactly sure which way it goes. Okay, yeah, I think we stretch this spring here. We put this on the dashboard, and then here we could lift this little piece and put the phone here. So if we press these 2 little tabs that we have on the top and bottom, it presses against the phone and holds it completely in place. So it's a simple little device, but for my mom, for the car, it's going to be really useful. Now we get to smaller packages. Let's see what's in here. Okay, this looks like LED lights. Sure enough, they come with a remote, an LED strip, a USB cable, and I guess the LEDs are in this little bag here. Exactly. Also, I think this is 1 meter long, which I ordered to put behind the living room TV because I wanted to add a bit of lighting to the TV. So this way, we'll be able to do it really easily. Plus, it connects directly via USB, and it would turn on when we turn on the TV. I do remember that we ordered this little gadget here because in this house, we eat a lot of avocado. And this was precisely for peeling it. I'm not sure if this is sharp, no, but I guess this part is for opening the avocado, and then this part here is for scooping it out. We could use it for that. The avocado comes out already sliced into thin strips along the skin, making it easy to eat. My sister, who loves making poke bowls, will appreciate this. The package looks familiar. It's the same as the one we opened a moment ago. It's also a 1 meter LED strip powered by USB. In this case, it doesn't have a remote. It's controlled directly from these little buttons on the USB cable itself. So look, it's much more minimalistic. That way, it's easier to hide everything. We have it here. Like a backpack or something like that. Okay, yeah, it's like a sports backpack for the gym and all that. It has a big pocket where we can put towels, for example. Bigger things like that. And then if we need to leave keys, the phone, or whatever, it has a smaller pocket here. Honestly, it's pretty good. Very simple, but it's cool because it looks like it's waterproof. So it's very practical for the beach, or for going shopping, or things like that, or going to the gym. As you can see, it doesn't take up much space. It's pretty thin. For organization, we have these little baskets. I know my sister had been wanting to have some for a long time to organize her things in her room, so we ordered one of each color, one gray and one white. They're medium-sized if I remember correctly. There was a smaller one and a bigger one, so that's it. They're just plastic baskets to organize things. And here comes the last gift that the guys from Temu gave us. It's an alarm clock with wireless charging and LED lights. I understand it also has a speaker and a radio. Well, it has a lot of features. So, let's try it out. Oops, I almost dropped the charger. And this was the gift, all from Temu, so thank you very much for all these things they sent us for Christmas. Honestly, all of this as I give it to my family is going to make you really happy, because they're little things that don't cost much, but in the end, you never end up ordering them because of lack of time or whatever. Well, just so you know, on Temu you can find everything super cheap. The wireless charging for this, I guess, is just putting the phone on top here. We'll leave it there at night, and in the morning, we'll wake up with the phone charged. So honestly, it's pretty good, and at the same time, it's an alarm clock. So guys, once again, thanks to Temu for all these gifts. I've filled my room with plastic and stuff, and it's always exciting to open little things you've ordered and even things you don't know what they are. Thank you so much for everything they've sent us. I recommend you check out their website because, like I said, they have super cheap items, and you can do the same as I did for very little money. Open a bunch of gifts this year. If you want to buy something, we'll leave a link below in the description where you can find all these deals I'm talking about with special discounts for coming from Open Techno. So I hope you take advantage of it. Whatever you get as gifts for Christmas and so on, we'd love for you to leave it down below in the comments to participate and see what you would have picked. And with that said, see you in the next video, and Merry Christmas. Goodbye.